My nose, it was bleeding. So I stuck tissue in it.
Yeah, he's kind of a pervert, aren't you, Justin?
No, my nose just bleeds.
Yeah, he's a pervert.
And this dude was a golfer.
That's Toad.
This is Toad's room?
It has a red suitcase. That's the red Toad. The blue suitcase is the blue Toad.
Wait, so the one that had the yellow suitcase,
Is
he's
the yellow
a musician.
Toad. He's
Wow.
the yellow Toad.
That's interesting. The yellow Toad's a musician.
Yeah. The red Toad makes sense because of Mario Golf.
Yeah. But you would think he would be Captain Toad.
No, Captain Toad is actually different. He is a red Toad, but he's different.
He's not the same red Toad
Nope.
that works for Mario?
No, he's a completely different Toad.
Oh.
That's why he has the name Captain Toad.
That's his actual name?
Or nickname, I guess. Alright, let's zippy zap it.
Don't you steal my move.
I just did, and I've been doing it the entire time.
Yeah. And you're still not good enough to beat me in the game, though.
Yeah, I probably could.
I probably can't. Just like I'm gonna smack you down on you good.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Because I already know the strategy you're gonna use.
And what is that?
Genzo with amplifier.
That's not like that can't make an entire deck. You realize that, right?
No, but it's definitely gonna be one of your.
Like it's gonna be a card, yeah.
And then you're definitely gonna have raw.
Like I had
And
to.
then you're gonna have the 5 pieces of Exodia.
Nope.
Oh really? Huh.
There's no point. I would never get to them because I can't have Graceful Charity. I can't have Pot of Greed. I can't have Card Destruction, which allows me to drop.
You can have card destruction.
No, it's banned.
No, you can have it. It's limited. You can only have one.
No, I looked on it. It said it had the circle with the cross on it.
No. You can have one. Because I have it in my deck, and I can use mine.
Oh, it didn't. It didn't. Give
Oh
me
frick, bats.
So yeah, I can't have a lot of the cards that allow me to draw Exodia out. So, and I believe Witch of the Black Forest is limited,
Yeah, you can. I think you can only have one of her.
and I think Sangan is limited too.
No.
And I only have one Marshmallow too.
I have 2, but I didn't put it in one of my decks. I don't know which one I'll use though.
I hate that you have to follow the limited list. When you're versing friends like locally,
You should be able to set like a certain amount of cards you want to use.
yeah, you
and,
should be able to have the rules set because you're not playing by tournament rules. But for some reason, they have to make it by tournament rules. They also play by speed dueling rules too.
What do you mean?
Like how the crush card only works a certain amount of time.
Yeah. What I don't like about the crush cards in this game, like the virus cards, is the person gets to choose if they want to get rid of those cards or not. Like, they can either just keep them in their hand and not summon them, or just get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's stupid, because the original card just forces them to get rid of it.
And not in their deck, but it forces them to get rid of them in their hand.
Yeah, if they draw them.
They changed a lot of the rules, and the crush card only works for one turn. See this is what this thing goes by. It goes by the speed duels, but that's kind of similar to what the mobile app did too. So
I think they've probably changed the rules a little bit anyway.
I don't really like a lot of them.
The new rules kind of suck.
Well, it's because like they downplayed a lot of the other old cards.
Yeah, and then like
brought
super
in the
boosted all the new cards.
Yeah, because now they have those freaking pendulum monsters and the link cards, which are all
like pendulum and link monsters are super broken, but they're like, oh, graceful charity, can't have that.
like
It's the most broken card there is.
See, I don't understand when they ban certain cards. Like they'll ban certain cards like Pot of Greed. Okay, makes sense. There's literally no negative side. You get 2 free cards. But Graceful Charity, you get to pull 3 cards, but then you have to get rid of 2. Like you're losing 2 cards from your hand, or like with what's it called? Heavy Storm is banned. That destroys all spell and trap cards. So you would lose your own as well if you had any out. All right,
Make it rain.
We'll get rid of Razor Leaf for Petal Dance.
I can't wait for the next freaking Rick and Morty.
I don't really care. No, that's because I stopped caring about it.
Why is there just a random mannequin body in this closet?
I don't know. What's another card? Like, I think, Premature Burial is banned too. I'm not sure.
I don't know about that one.
I know there's one that's banned, and it really doesn't make any sense because you lose life points in the process. Like some of the ones that are banned, like Change of Heart is banned, I believe.
Change my fart.
Which doesn't make any sense because you're literally getting my card in the process. If there's a negative side or something that helps out your opponent in the process, it shouldn't be banned because it's already regulated. But if it's like Pot of Greed or Harpy's Feather Duster, which really doesn't have any downside, I can understand that.
Yeah, Harpy's Feather Duster is the one that makes the most sense, if you ask me.
Because they can destroy your entire opponent's face down and face up cards and nothing.
And it doesn't even destroy your own.
And I can understand Monster Reborn because you can technically reborn any card in the game, whether it was in your graveyard or your opponent's, and there's no negative side. Where Premature Burial, you can only reborn cards in your
I don't think Monster Reborn is on.
Yeah, it is banned.
You sure?
Yeah, I
It's
looked.
in one of my decks, and I'm allowed to use it.
Because I looked at it, had the thing in it, like the cross around it.
There aren't as many ghosts in this game as there are in the first one. Because, like, in the first one, they were in, like, every room.
Oh, they are later. Like, when you re-go into rooms, they're in every area. There we go. The Helix fossil.
Oh, now I'm versing the maid. Huh. You can get to the second boss very quickly after the first.
Yeah. It's not until you get to the third one where it starts. The third one is, I don't remember what it is. Each boss gets a little bit harder and longer.
Are they, like, scared of Luigi or something? Because they always like, act afraid.
Not all of them, just some. Oh, I didn't see that there.
You gotta clean Egad's messy frickin' room, God. I like how he has money stuffed under his, like...
I know, yeah. And we just take it.
Suck up all his, books.
Suck up all his cock.
But when I do it, it's wrong. Just warming it up to kill it.
Shut up.
I wonder what Pikachu meat tastes like.
No. That reminds me of the snake thing. I wonder what Yoshi tastes like. It was one of his things for Brawl.
Yeah.
Is it because Snake just like eats?
Because in Snake Eater you can eat anything.
Snake Eater, huh? It's a pun, but also at the same time.
Are you serious, Egad? Why are you calling me?
He tells you to get moving.
I just won't answer the phone next time. Call me again, old man. See what happens.
It won't stop. You won't be able to walk. Luigi will just continue trying to find it. That's the problem with this game. When he calls, you have to answer the phone. You can't not answer it.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with the game with that. I think that's really stupid.
It's also really annoying when Egad constantly says, "You're not supposed to be in here. Don't go here. Don't do this." And it's like, dude, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm exploring. Please leave me alone.
Yeah, if you ask me, that kind of ruins the game. This game could have been a solid 10, and that takes it down to like maybe a 7.
I think
because I really hate stuff like that in games. Like,
I think a lot of people don't.
A major pet peeve.
I think a lot of people don't like that. He doesn't do it as often when you get to like later parts in the game. It's mostly this intro part when you have to.
What's this potion do?
Because like the intro parts, you're like learning the mechanics of all the
Oh, yeah,
stuff,
it shoots out,
and you're
turns
getting a
into-
bunch of the material you need, and the stuff like what you're getting here is he's gonna give you Guiji, and stuff like that. So
I don't understand why the map disappears once you start sucking stuff up.
yeah, that's another problem too. It's not a bad game. That's the only complaint I have is the whole EGAD just popping in and out constantly, towards the intro. At later on in the game though, it's not that bad. So I mean, like you won't have to worry
I like
about
how
it.
his freaking toilet paper is all money. Jeez.
Yeah. Someone, he's rich. I'm telling you, he's an arms dealer. He's like selling freaking weapons to Bowser.
Look at his tiny little freaking.
That's 2 Magmars going around outside. Wait, they can run? Holy
Magmar?
crap, there's 3 Magmars.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Magmars. Leave me alone!
Oh, you almost beat this game, huh?
Yeah, it's not a long game. It's not hard either.
No.
The
It's
most
nothing like the first game
the most annoying part about this is catching the Pokemon.
because you can't battle them.
Well, yeah, and
Hopefully they change that and put that in the second game.
well, you mean if they do a remake of
Yeah,
not Diamond and Pearl,
Gold and Silver.
yeah, they
Which
might.
I really hope they do.
That's my favorite one.
Because this was actually a really fun game, if you ask me. Like, the one problem it had is you can't battle wild Pokemon.
Yeah,
And it was a little too easy.
yeah, all the
But the
all the
little
po-
too easy part, I wouldn't care about if you could battle the wild Pokemon.
Also, you should be able to re-battle the trainers because, like, in this, the only way to level up after you battle all the trainers is to
Battle all the,
gym leaders again or catch Pokemon, and you can only battle the gym leaders once a day. Oh, this is
You're not getting away.
Zippy Zap. Oh, it didn't kill it instantly.
Turn around, Luigi. Frick.
Oh, great. You should try Terry out when you get the chance, too.
You...
Also, Justin, I'm leaving. Did you hear me when I said I'm leaving the Wii Fit stuff, or Wii Fit, the
Yeah.
Ring Fit stuff here with you? Because there's no way I can play that at Grandma's, because there's not enough room.
Once you get into the actual game part, it has some interest to it.
Well, 'cause see, we're just the Ring Fit.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the opening part's just like the stretching and stuff or whatever.
God, Luigi just got stronger. Break everything. Freaking.
Hey, look, it's the Metal Gear Solid 3 ladder. Justin, look.
Oh God.
I remember when you saw that, you didn't know, like your first reaction was just like, how long is this?
Yeah, I just kept going, and even after the music finished, the whole freaking song track ended.
I wonder if they did that on purpose. Now Metal Gear is just gonna sit there and be wasted on because of, Konami. I mean, the last game they did for the series was made by Kojima.
But it wasn't that great.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
And some people didn't like 4 either.
Actually, 4 and 5 both sold about 6 or 7 million copies worldwide. That's not too bad. That's about the same amount as the first and second one, actually. I think the only problem people are, like, because, like, now the last Metal Gear Solid game was freaking Metal Gear Solid Survive, that stupid survival game that they made.
Yeah.
It kind of shows that Konami has no idea what they're doing with the IP. That's the problem with companies like that who don't know what they're doing with the IP of a guy who doesn't work there anymore, and then they won't give it up. They'll just hoard it and just whatever.
support it until it's ruined, really.
Well, it's already ruined with that last game. And all the pachinkos they make. Though, it turns out that Japan is having more strict laws on pachinko machines.
Wait, I can't suck her up?
No.
How am I supposed to beat her?
You have to shoot
Yeah.
the plunger into the... You have to use the light, the flasher, then shoot the plunger into her stomach and then slam her.
Jeez.
What? The description I just said?
No, the...
I don't know why
And
I'm
then
doing
she keeps running away.
Yeah, you have to.
I already know that. Shut up. God, I'll punch you in the freaking eye.
But anyway,
Great, where'd she go now?
the only thing Metal Gear Solid related we get now is from Smash Brothers. And he actually treats the game right. And character right.
Was Snake even in Metal Gear Survive?
No, it was just... Metal Gear Survive was just... It just had the name, that's it. It just had zombies. I don't even know if Snake
Maybe
was
they're
in
not
it.
even allowed to use Snake because he's technically a Kojima creation.
No, they're allowed... They own it. That's why he's in Smash Brothers and the character is labeled as Konami underneath its amiibo.
I don't know where she went now.
You use the glowing light that lets you see invisible things, and you find a track.
Oh.
Yeah.
It says she went back in that room. I just can't.
No, it means that she went the other way.
Oh, you follow where her little ghost thing is.
Yeah. But Konami recently said that they're going back to be focusing on games again, not pachinko, and they're saying that they want to because they want to
she's in there.
they want to revitalize their IPs or something like that. And people are just saying, no, you don't care about your video games or your IPs. You're just doing this because you know that pachinko is going to probably be outlawed in Japan because they're pushing to outlaw pachinko in Japan because of gambling problems. Also,
Why does this ghost run away so much?
Also in Japan, they're trying to outlaw microtransactions too. Or not outlaw them, but regulate them to where they're not.
Well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense because, like, loot boxes and stuff are pretty much like gambling.
Oh yeah, I have rare
They're
candies.
majorly addictive.
In Europe, I think it's in Poland it's banned. Poland and Sweden. I almost said Swedenland. One more, there we go. Now everybody is in 50s. What do I put the courage candy to? What does that do? Special defense? I'll give that one to Pikachu. Give that one to Terry.
Wait, how am I supposed to get into this one? This bathroom's, like, blocked off.
What do you mean?
Never mind, I figured it out.
Like, there's some things you have to do, but then there are some things that you can't do until you go somewhere else.
I just had to use the plunger.
Now, you know, after beating that, if you don't... Now, just warning, EGAD's just going to constantly pop up if you don't get there in time. He'll constantly bother you, by the way.
Does he bother you in the middle of ghost battles?
Yes.
Wow.
I think so, yeah. I think he'll pop up.
What a garbage mechanic. That's like a game ruiner.
It only does it at the beginning, though. It doesn't do that after later on in the game. Or at least it doesn't do it too often. He'll do it, like, rarely, but towards the beginning when you're, like, learning and getting all the new mechanics and stuff all settled, it does it a lot, yeah.
Let's make this beautiful freaking game, right? And figure out one mechanic we can put in to completely ruin the experience. Yeah.
I think I screwed up the controls for this game. Cause when I chucked it, cause it like pauses sometimes now when I'm moving. I got mad and
Don't you have a warranty on that? You can
Yeah.
just turn it in and say, yeah, it's having a issue.
well, it's believable because of the controller problems. Yeah, it's a year warranty because I got this in when we came back from California. So yeah, it's good until I think next year in June. Oh, this is a bad. Yeah. She has a ground type. I'm gonna choose Arden. I don't think I'm gonna switch my Pokemon out. I got good ones here. I got a Vileplume, a Pikachu, a Snorlax, a Blastoise, a Venusaur, and a Pidgeotto. I might switch out one of my other grass types because I don't need two of them. Like later, I might switch out for something stronger.
Oh,
Like a fire
dang,
type.
Luigi, you almost killed yourself.
Actually, I might put in Moltres since I need a fire type.
Oh, frick.
God.
These ghosts pull a lot harder than they did in the first game.
Oh yeah, it's much harder in this one. Oh yeah, Petal Dance has that effect. It's gonna confuse it later.
Coinage.
Yeah.
No. Console low
Poly-
battery. Frick.
Oh, I don't have a charger for it either. I didn't bring mine. I didn't expect you to be playing this the entire time.
I like Luigi's Mansion. It's a frickin' fun game.
The only thing I can think of is like you
Other
can.
than EGAD. Frickin' psychopathic, schizophrenic, frickin'
Like I would save it
fat-headed,
and
tiny,
then
charcoal-eyed, frickin'
I would save it and then once I.
like okay, Ed.
No, it's not. It's not a good move.